Hey guys, it's here. Welcome to this Hall of Fame interview, and I'm here with Sapna Chadda, who is from the UK in Newcastle. She came into our coaching system, our community, in the month of May 2020, and she is a rent-to-rent property expert, and she's been doing it as a side hustle while she was still working with the local authorities in UK as a registrar for over 13 years, and she's made a huge jump by moving away from a safe and secure government job to now independently consulting people in this rent-to-rent business model, and she has achieved over £14,000 just in the last 3 to 4 months by implementing this model. So, Sapna, huge congratulations for you to be able to make that big jump of a safe and secure government job to now actually, you know, living your passion and helping people in this new model that you have actually developed for yourself. Awesome.
Uh, Thank you very much. Thank you, Sid. All
Yes.
credit to you. You inspired me right from the start. Yeah.
Thank you, Sapna. Tell us about, what was that feeling like when you decided to step out of the government job and do this full time? Tell me the day that you decided, and the first day of being on your own.
When I was still doing this consulting when I joined your course, because when I joined your course, it was back in May, just
Yeah.
this year. So when I started, you told me that I needed to create my own, influence first before I could start my design my own course, and I had
Mm,
never done anything like this. So
mm,
I was just following you religiously, every step that you were telling me to take. I was just blindly, I was trusting my master, my mentor, and you're brilliant in that. So
thank you.
I just started following, and I realized that although I've been doing this rent to rent strategy myself for last three and a half years, but I've never been actually in the media. Nobody really knows me what I'm doing, because I've been very introvert and shy person as well
Mm,
myself.
mm,
But you gave me that encouragement, and I decided, because you said that I needed to have that existence in social media somewhere before I start the course. It would help. So
yes.
I set up a group on Facebook,
Mm,
with nothing, and I started just giving out loads and loads of value to people,
mm,
free information.
mm,
And I just started building the group as exactly how you said, and
mm.
now I've got 1100 people, more than actually 1100 people in that group.
Nice.
Thank you. And
Mm,
then I started, people started actually approaching me to to mentor them on this particular strategy that I'm doing.
mm,
So I started taking them slowly. But what happened then? This got so big that I really couldn't continue with my regular job and this
mm,
business. So I
mm,
made that decision, conscious decision, last month, where I quitted my job, which was a very big step for me. And I'm
mm,
still getting used to it. And I'm
mm.
just now full time in this mentoring, business, or in this property business. And that's all down to you. All
No,
the
amazing.
inspiration that
It's
I've received from you.
Thank you,
Thank
Sapna.
you.
Really, it really means a lot. And it's also a lot to do with you making those decisions and breaking through your own inhibitions about coming out there in the media and doing things. Uh, Tell us about that phase when you started the hackathon. You were an introvert. You were not on social media. Never done anything before. What all did you have to go through to do what you're doing right now, like in the last few months? Like 1100, like 1100 people in the group is phenomenal. Actually, you've followed the steps in the hackathon. So what were
Yeah,
what were those things in your mind that you had to conquer during this phase?
I had to conquer quite a lot, because like I said, I just absolutely hated social media. I've never been a social media person. I was very shy and all that.
Mm,
But when I started during the lockdown period, even in the UK,
mm,
from March onwards, I had little bit of free time, and I started listening to you, because I just wanted to use that time for my personal growth as well. So I
yes.
came across your videos, and I was really inspired that how much value you were giving, just for free, and it was just so touching. And the spiritual side of you, I just could connect with you.
Mm,
And I joined you, and I became initially I became silver member, and then I just upgraded to, I had no question about that, and I just became diamond member. I thought I
mm,
needed to be part of your community, just the vibes I received. And
mm,
then I started following you in hackathon, and I went through your course as well, where
mm,
you said how I can, even if I don't have anything, to start with, how
mm,
I should be really taking steps steps, small baby steps to build towards that, where I can just start building my own course. And I just started following you exactly how you said. And I started, I set up my group and I started giving value out. And then, I mean, it was a big thing for me, because I started off with exactly like 60-second video of doing my own. And then, that another thing I have to say, the Mighty Network has helped me
Yes.
enormously as well. So
Mm.
I got loads and loads of value out of that as well. And when I started following you in Hackathon, you just gave loads of tips, how to do survey with people in the group. And I started just doing exactly the same, that I'm creating course, I need questions from you. And this is when people started asking me to mentor them, on a one-to-one basis. And then I thought, okay, because another thing I had to get over was, which really helped me through your course, that I don't mind paying somebody for a course, but charging someone for a course, I just didn't it just, with my spiritual values, I didn't think that was right. But something that I learned from you, that if I don't give them and if I don't charge, they're not going to value what I'm giving them, they'll not take me seriously. So that's when I started, charging as well. And this is how, it's all started. And I'm just, I can't thank you enough for everything. Yeah.
Awesome, Sapna. When did you start to realize that, the market was responding to your message? Like, you would have started to do your first video, second video. Do you remember any moment where people really felt, wow, okay, what you're giving is amazing, and you also felt that? Like, do you remember any specific moments like that in the hackathon?
Yeah, because what happened, because I was being so like very raw, because people here, the very polished, they give information only whatever, just to advertise what they are, they can teach. Nobody gives any value out. But when I started doing it, was very refreshing for people. And I realized that, what you said was so right. And after a month or so, I started getting, inquiries from people asking me if I could help them, I could mentor them. So I started just still giving free value, a lot of free value out. So people were, I think they were testing me, and it was very refreshing for them to see someone coming and just saying things openly and telling loads and loads. And this is, after a month, people started asking me that if I could help them and teach them, because actually there were a lot of people like me. I didn't really realize that they wanted a person like me. I never thought I could, help. And all that came from you, because just be genuine and be yourself. You don't need to put this act on, and that's what I learned. And I think when you are yourself, people like you will like you,
Absolutely.
they catch it.
The vibe attracts your tribe. Yes.
That's it. Yeah.
So what percentage of your 1100 people in your group are UK based, and are they from all over the world? Like, how did you approach building this tribe?
I started putting things first of all on my own page, and then in our, within UK, there are loads of property groups as well on Facebook. A lot of property investment groups. Some groups have like 30,000, 11,000, 15, because they've been there forever. I don't even know. So basically, when I started doing these videos, I started putting them in different platforms as well, because I think you have said that in your thing, in when you teach that, start putting them everywhere, so people notice. And then people started joining, because I started putting link, and they started following me, and they started finding out what I'm doing. And then I invited them in my group, and they liked the fact that I was approachable, because I was so new anyway, and I had plenty of time. So I started answering, and they found it really intriguing, because when people get into this property niche, normally they get so high up that other normal people find very hard to connect with them. They want to reach to that level, but that approachability isn't there. And I think this is where it helped me. And yes, so it's basically just like you said, I started putting my videos on different platforms,
different groups, and then you started to get inbox messages. People started messaging you, and then you started to respond. And how did you convert that into like charging them for mentorship? Like, what was that process? What was your first client like?
My first client was, I just didn't know how much to charge, because people would come up to me and they would ask me, how much would you charge? And I said, okay, I'll charge £1,000, which is nothing, because I myself have paid nearly 15,000 for my property training, which
Yes.
I did back
Mm.
about 4 years ago.
Mm.
So I didn't know, because I mean, to me, I just thought this is going to give me loads and loads of value.
Mm.
So for first time, when somebody wanted to come on board, she asked me 2-3 times, and then she said, have you got anybody you have mentored yourself? So
Mm.
I said to them that, okay, you pay me only 500,
Mm.
and once you get your first property, your first deal, I help you, and
Mm.
then pay me the other half. And that's how I started, So
Wow. Wow.
very humble
Mm.
beginning. Yeah.
Mm. And
Yeah.
which month was this? When did you crack this client? In
That was back in, I would say, that was in July actually. So
July.
I started in
Mm.
May. Yeah,
So
end
May.
of
So
yeah.
May, June, July. So July you got the first client. And how many clients have paid you now for your consultancy till today?
I've got 12 paid clients now.
12 paid clients. That's how it's
Yeah.
14,000. Okay, perfect.
Yes,
Perfect.
and because my fee has gone up as well, which
Mm.
yeah.
So what's it
So
now? You've brought it up to what, 2,000, 3,000?
I mean, I am from now on, from next year, it's going to be £2,000 per client, which is still very
Excellent.
reasonable. But so far, I've been charging £1,500 per client. So
Mm.
I
Mm.
help them to become fully compliant. I help them with the whole strategy, make them understand when they're doing a deal analysis, when they're taking a property. So I go through all that. I literally handhold them to do
Nice.
the analysis on the area, analysis on the property, analysis on the condition of the property, how much investment of their own they need to put into it. So all that. So I help them for their first deal. And because then once you know how and you're fully compliant, then it's just a copy and paste formula. They just have to keep
Yes.
adding more properties. Yeah.
Excellent. And how do you nurture these 21? Do you bring them together in some kind of inner circle call, or is just one-to-one with each of them? How do you manage
I
the 12?
do bring them, I do mentor them on a one-to-one basis, because everybody's deals are different. Then I
Different.
also have, exactly like from you, I pick things that I do, like a group Zoom meeting with them as well on a regular basis. And I've also done a WhatsApp group just for my mentees, where
Okay.
if I'm finding any deals around in the UK where I know they may be interested, I put those in as well. There are big, large properties that are where landlords are looking. So those type of deals, I would put them in the group.
Okay.
And so, yeah, that's how I nurture them. Yeah. In group or in Zoom as well. Yeah.
Excellent. So for whatever they pay you, what are your deliverables? Like, do you say that I'm going to give you so many number of sessions, or like how have you packaged your offering?
At the moment, because like I say, it was all about giving value and building that trust in me. So at the moment, I was just giving them everything that I could do, literally.
Yes.
But I think now I'm systemizing it a little bit, where I'm telling them that, okay, first session will be clarity session. Then second session is bridging the gap, because they all, I mean, you won't believe, Sid, these people have done courses, but the courses, the person wasn't there, the approachability wasn't there, so they needed that. So I do bridge the gap, one session where I'm filling all the gaps. So I work as a sat nav, find out exactly what they're understanding,
Nice.
how much they've done, and then take them from there to their final destination, to their property. And then, then I start asking them to go out, go view properties, send me videos, we analyze. So, there are different sessions I do with them. And in
Wonderful.
between, if they have any question, I do that as well. At the moment, I'm very
Nice.
flexible.
Nice.
Yeah.
So basically, the 6-step process that I cover in my curriculum design, you've made that into like a consulting model itself, like on a one-to-one basis. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm joining your hackathon next to build now proper
course.
course, because I've got plenty of questions now
Yes.
that I can answer in that course. Yeah, digital course.
Did you actually complete those 100 questions, the exercise?
No, I haven't. I mean, I'm going to make a list now. I think I've got plenty now. So I'm going to finish, because I'm going to follow you religiously for the next one. Because I think what happened, one of the hackathon where there was the speed was the matter. And then I remember the last one I attended before I just started then concentrating on building my group. And there you said speed doesn't matter. You really need to concentrate that you
quality.
add quality.
Yes.
I remember you told everybody, and that was so true. And then I just followed you religiously. I thought, Sid has given me this job, I need to accomplish, and I'm going to hop on again, and I'm going to start doing my course now.
Awesome. Awesome, Sapna. I'm super happy about, how you've like evolved last 4-5 months. It's amazing. And before this, you've never trained before, you've never coached before.
Never.
It's like brand new, that probably would have done the real estate deals. You would have, done all of your
Yeah,
core
but
niche. Yeah.
yeah, but I
Coaching is.
never thought I could actually teach people. And you gave me that idea that,
Mm,
if you've got a skill, why don't you share it with someone? I mean,
mm,
this is something awesome, just something
mm,
amazing. And more than anything, I mean, coming on social media, that fear, you give loads and loads of tips, and that's just amazing. Now people see me as an authority. I mean, I still like to stay very humble,
mhm.
but it's nice when people approach me. I mean, they don't
Yeah.
I don't charge them, but they just ask me questions, if they have
Mm,
any, oh, I'm coming across this, what do I do? It's nice that, people can trust me for that.
awesome.
So,
How
yeah.
does your husband feel now when he's seeing what you're doing right now? What's
He's
the
super
what's
proud. He's very
mm,
proud of me. Yeah, he's really proud of me. Yeah.
amazing, amazing. Sapna, this
Thank
has
you.
been a phenomenal journey for you. And what's your vision now? Now that you've got bitten by this bug of community building and people and all of that, where do you want to take this, like the next, like 2 years, 3 years?
Right. First of all, I want to create my digital course, and then I definitely want to come to India. Actually, I
Mm,
really would love to come and meet you as well. And
absolutely.
I think there is a very high demand of this business model in India as well, where
Mm,
I feel that I can teach people.
mm,
There are cities like Bangalore, and where these young professionals are, they can't really
yes.
afford to rent the whole property.
Mm,
And I think this business model where they want to live really nicely, where all
mm,
the bills are paid and all that, I think this idea would really suit. And
yeah.
I think I would love to teach, this
Yeah.
same strategy here
Superb.
in India as well.
In
So
a
would love
nutshell,
to
just
come and meet
explain to
you.
us what is the rent to rent business model. Explain to us in a nutshell. Many people watching this may
Okay.
not know about this. Yeah.
Yes, that's right. So rent to rent business model is a low investment property strategy.
Mm,
So in rent to rent property strategy, all you do, you take these large properties from landlords,
mm,
and these landlords are landlords who've invested in big properties just because they want to invest in property in real estate.
mm.
Or it could be that properties have run down and they can't really manage to keep up,
Yes.
and they don't like the running day-to-day running or dealing with tenants.
Mm,
So those type of properties, it could be 4 bedrooms onwards,
mm,
4 bedroom,
mm,
5 bedroom, any, large properties. I take them on a long-term lease, on a long-term rental from people, from landlords for 3 to 5 years or even 7 years.
mm,
And then I set those properties up like a hotel, like a bed and breakfast style,
mm,
where I would set each room up like a hotel, like lovely looking, nice looking rooms.
mm,
And all the bills will be paid. It'll have internet, it'll have, Netflix, everything, all the
mm,
modcoms that, a young professional would need, or
mm,
students would need of today's era. So
mm.
that type of that's how I run. So this is
Yeah.
how I pay set rent to the landlord. I
Mm,
pay all the bills, but because I'm charging my tenants on a room to room basis, so the any extra income that I make, that's
mm.
my income. Yeah.
Awesome.
So
Awesome. That's a brilliant, concept. And I'm sure India, it's going to pick up, with the way things are going. And many people, they may be doing it, but I'm sure there's no structured approach to like what you're sharing over here. Great to know. So
yeah.
those of you watching, if you want to know more about Sapna, you want to connect with her, in my YouTube description, I've given a link to her websites. You can go and check it out. And if you want to be a part of this community, the Internet Lifestyle Hub, and want to take your knowledge out to the world and make a difference, like what Sapna is doing, go to sidz.co/formula, learn the formula and get on board. So Sapna, I like to ask this question towards the end of each interview is, if you had to, break down your entire experience of your life into one success principle that you live by and you'll continue to live by for the rest of your life, what is that principle?
That principle, I think, is hard work, and just be
Mm,
true to yourself. You really need to be very authentic,
yeah.
because I think it's people can see through you. I think
Yes.
authenticity is that's what I'm finding. I
Mm,
have nothing else, but people get authenticity from me, and that's
mm,
what I feel, that you need to be very, very true. You can't make fool of anybody, because it's
mm.
just everybody can see right through you. So
Yes.
that's what I believe. And hard
Awesome.
work never fails. Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Thank you.
Sapna, super proud of you. Waiting to see you, take this to 100,000, a million pounds very, very soon. So that's our wishes to you from the community. All of you, if you're watching this from our community, share your love and wishes below this comment box using the ILH family hashtag. And if you're somebody watching from outside, also just share your comments below on what you learned from this interview, and feel free to connect with Sapna and take it forward. So once again, congrats, Sapna. Wish you all the very best, and looking forward to seeing you grow and prosper in this space. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.